Hi, so this is Andrea. So I have a little thing I want to talk about, and I want to talk from a viewer, fan, audience's perspective, right? Because we always get the professionals telling us, how we should film and how actors should act, and directors should direct, etc. How often do you get a fan talk about what they like when they sit down and watch a film or watch a series? So I want to talk about watching series and what I like. And I think it's fair or safe to say that I can speak for the many, right? So I'm watching a particular series. I don't want to make mention of it, the name. They say it's not good as a writer to talk about others' writing, so I won't do that. I'll skip that. But I just know I really like the series. I want to see where it's going. There's lots and lots and tons of things going on that have me curious, and they're doing a lot of flashbacks, but the way that they're doing it is very different, and I like the style. So it's fair to say that it's all good, right? The issue that I have is I think I'm on episode 2, and I don't even know that I like the characters. They all seem to be very monotone, and they seem to have similar personalities. I mean, I know when parents have kids that the kids will have traits of the parents, and, if the parents are a certain way, that the kids will pick up those ways, but kids still have their own experiences, their own other teachers, and, just desires and wants and wishes, and so and those things also contribute towards them being different in who they are. And I'm watching a series, and there's siblings, and they all seem to be the same. I think because they made one of them kind of angry and violent, they were comfortable in that they were different. But even though they're angry and violent, they're still laid back. A lot of times when you have a child that's violent, and I'm sorry, I'm talking about this as if when we write, we're oftentimes thinking about real people, right? Or at least we should. And that's why we'll be able to write, about certain experiences and in a certain manner, so that people can really buy into it and believe it, right? Because we're thinking about real people. We're writing for real people, about real people, and we expect the actors to become those people. So that's why I'm talking like this. But anyway, I'm watching, and I'm noticing that they all have a humdrum attitude. Don't get me wrong. The father is humdrum. The mother is humdrum. And I guess they're making it seem as if they come from a place where folks just don't be all extra and excitable. They're laid back. The living is laid back, and they're just, enjoying life and doing the things that they love to do, to just take away the humdrumness of, their livelihood in their culture, their community. Right. And I get that, and I'm good with that. But you got one brother who's left home, and now he's returning. He should be coming back with experiences and behavior like that of the places that he went, because he's coming back home again from another place that he ventured out to when he left home the last time. And so, if he acts like he was from the city the last time and brought a lot of city behavior or whatever, you would think that if this time he went to the far, west, talking about United States, of course, like maybe he went to Las Vegas. Of course, if I say far west, I must be on the East Coast. But you would think that if he's, he would come with some party attitude, and he would come with some, I don't know. And the thing is I'm waiting, because I know it's interested. And this is one of those series that, if nothing else, you see the potential. And so I'm really engulfed in it, because I know that it should and could go somewhere really great because of the way that they're filming it. But the characters I was cutting a slice of pie, and I was putting my flaxseed on it and just thinking about it. And I was like, good grief, I think I'm on episode 2 going on 3, and I don't know that I like the characters. Fine, give me someone that I hate. I don't even hate the dude that came back. And I think that's what they want us to. They want us to feel like, he's a bad guy or he is troublesome or just annoying, and probably like that before he even left. Not that he's annoying because he brings back, cultural differences from other places that he's ventured off to, because they give you some of that. But it's not just that. It's also that, and I believe it's that they're trying to paint him as just a difficult person, even when he was younger, growing up in the town. I don't get that. I get the impression that life is complex. Nobody's listening. He's probably ignored, maybe even dumped on, to be responsible for his younger siblings, in which he probably shirked the responsibility, because some kids do that because they just want to be a kid. And it's like, no, that's your job to be the parent. And so they just don't abide. And I get that. And I think that part of the writing is cool. It's just that, to me, when you start establishing a character, I don't care if you say that person sits around and eats donuts all day. When you establish a character, I expect you to build it on out, right? To carry it through. I'm expecting to see, if you're saying that this character eats donuts all day, I'm expecting to see donuts coming in by the dozen. Him ordering them on his app, on his phone, or, he has two different girlfriends. They each know that he loves donuts. Maybe he likes the Bavarian one, and that girl brings that. And the other one, he likes a blueberry-filled donut. So that girlfriend brings that. I don't care. But I'm expecting you to build on that thing that you draw me in. And I'm just not getting it from that character. He has several siblings. Like I said, I think they felt they were going in the right direction by making one of the brothers very violent. And he's not really violent. Everything adds up to be a certain thing, and he's right to be angry about what he's angry about. But I guess he's the one that goes to the physical, when he gets upset. And okay, fine. And they may be doing an okay job with that, I can't say. But I don't like him. And I don't dislike him, and I'm not even someplace in between. I'm just like, okay, and what do you want me to do with him? Like what? Because I'm not doing any, because you're not giving me enough on it. It's a lot of emphasis being put on the mysteriousness of what's happening and what's going to happen, because there's talk of something going to happen. And so there's a lot of emphasis put on that. And so you're stuck glued to the TV. I'm actually wishing I would hurry up and finish talking now so I can go back and watch it and see what they're alluding to. That's going to be this big mysterious thing that happens. By the way, some of the best writing is where, especially for series, when it starts off giving you a question. Because just take The Blacklist, for example. Is Red the girl, the FBI agent's father, right? And we go seasons wondering, and then one minute we say yes, one minute we say maybe not. We go back and forth. Even now, I'm still trying to make it where he's the father. Like my brain can't wrap around that. So that happens to leave a question. But anyway, it's very important that writers understand. And I know they have writer staff and the writer's room, and it's so different. And unless you're in there, you don't know how it goes. So I get it. I'm not knocking, the way in which they all come together and put their heads together or whatever. What I'm saying is make me like or dislike the characters. I don't like when I am in the middle on everybody. Even the celebrities, because celebrities are geniuses in taking crap and making it beautiful, because they know what you expect of them. They know the type of things that they, are normally in, the type of things you watch them in and that you come to see them in. So, and this is just my opinion, they know how to put their hands in a pot and make that really good stew, right? Or soup. Of all the things that the writers and directors have and the DP have, put their little flavor on. They know how to take it and make it the best pot of stew for you. But sometimes even the best actors can't do it when the writers are leaving so many Swiss cheese holes. And that's what's happening in this series. Don't get me wrong, it's very good. It sounds worse than what it actually is, with the exception that I'm very adamant about these characters starting to take me somewhere. I'm nowhere, and I'm season 3, and it's not good. It's unhealthy for an audience member to be nowhere, and they're going on episode 3. I need to be somewhere. Take me there, daggone it. And it's not the story. It's not the filming, because those are beautiful. It is, or it's not the storytelling, I should say. I don't know if it's a story or not, because we're still in the mix and the crux of everything. But I don't think it is, honestly, but it's just the characters. Sometimes I think they get started, and I don't know this for a fact, but sometimes I think people get started filming, and they think that, especially when it's a series, and especially I can say this about web series, because I've indulged. A lot of times I think they wait for the characters to start writing themselves. In other words, they get inspired by the characters via the actors. And so that, pushes their pen, and I'm all for it. But sometimes you have to have a starting point, even if you have to say, you know what, I think I like them going right a little bit. So I'm going to make something happen that makes them veer right, so that this way I can push them more to be this kind of person instead of the way they started out. You can even make it a big deal, right? It could either be a whole episode on that change, or you could simply show something that would warrant the change, right? Because there's things in life that, we may be a certain way about, but then this thing happens, and then we're like, no, let me straighten up, or let me do different or better, whatever, right? So you could do something like that with it, but just, my God, don't have me and us, the audience members, going on episode 3, and we don't know who we like or dislike. Listen, if it wasn't for the way that they're filming it, and again, I'm a filmmaker, so any studios or whoever that may be listening to this, don't take this with a grain of salt. Take it with a little more urgency, because me being a filmmaker, I'm admiring the way that it's filmed and the way that it's being done to tell the story. A regular audience member would just be sitting there with their eyes crossed, like, I don't care that so-and-so is in it. I'm not watching it. It's boring. This is how they would see it. I'm mesmerized by the filmmaking and the way in which they are editing so that they can show flashbacks. I had moments when I'm like, wait, is this present day or flashback? And I didn't mind the curiosity, of it all, which sometimes I do, but in this instance, I didn't. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of put that out there, like filmmakers, content creators, especially as indie people, because, we do what we do. And sometimes we don't follow the rules. We break them, or we do how we see fit. And that's good. That's cool. But make sure that your audience can understand it, or else it gets lost. Unless your goal is to lose them, then fine. But let them understand it, and they only understand it via not just the filming, but also the characters. And they understand and grow to like or love the characters based on the character's personality or personality traits. If you're not going to give them strong personalities, if they're going to be dull and laid back, let them interact with people who do have strong personality traits. Let them mingle and mix and go to places where people are the opposite. Like if they're introverted, they should be surrounded by people who are extroverts. And it should kind of like get to them. And then, or either we just look and see do the comparison and contrasting as we're watching where they are, right? Maybe they're in a club and this person's sitting by themselves and they don't want to get out and go and dance. Or if they dance, they want to dance in the corner by themselves. And, whatever. I mean, the world's your oyster. But can we just like or dislike the characters? Like being in the middle, it's like strangling me. It's too much. It's too much. I need to like or dislike. And if I'm going to be in the middle about a character, let it just be one, not all of them. And that's what my point is. These characters are all very similar. If I took off their name and I was to read the script, I wouldn't know who did what, except for the one that gets a little angry. And that's only if he fights. And so far, we're going on episode 3, he's only fought once. Or showed vicious, angry tendencies once. So other than him, I wouldn't know. And there's a girl, there's two. I wouldn't know. They're all laid back, humdrum. So anyway, that's my thought, and I thought I would share it. I'm done for now. Take that, munch on it, and regurgitate something really great in your writing. My name is Andrea, and I'm off. I'm just saying.